So,
Yes.
I'm with Arisha from Titanic Distillers.
Yes.
Belfast Whiskey Social. It's great to be back live in
Absolutely.
person, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to have people coming out, even on a rainy day. They're coming out to have some drams. So yeah, it's been really good.
And what's it like representing a brand which is instantly recognisable as Titanic Distillers? Because Peter Lavery's been doing wonderful things with
Yeah.
whiskey.
Yeah, it's been interesting. We've had a lot of people comment on the BBC show that Peter was on.
It was poignant. I was near crying
I
myself.
know. It was a really lovely watch, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so we had a lot of people coming up and, maybe that was the first time they'd ever seen Peter Lavery or heard of him before, which is quite unusual because most people know who he is.
Yeah.
He's quite a character, but yeah, it's just, first of all, that's the first thing people say, and then they learn more about the brand and discover that, we're actually in a National Historical Site. This name is a huge name, but we have it for a reason. We want to represent the history of Belfast as well as making whiskey.
Well, I've luckily enough to be down at the historic pump house and dock there a couple of times.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't pick a better place for a whiskey distillery if you were to design one in the Glens of Scotland. I
Yeah,
mean,
absolutely.
it really sings industrial heritage. It sings, Belfast was the centre of whiskey production 100 years ago. I mean, what's it like to reinvent that after the guts of 100 years nearly?
Oh, it's amazing, and especially from being with the brand from the very beginning, seeing the pump house in its original form, it was quite scary to go into. It was really old. You had all the gurneys and stretchers all down there, but to actually see it transform and have the beautiful stills go in, it is really quite marvellous.
Excellent stuff. So this is obviously source stuff at the minute.
Yes, so this is our source blend. So it's a 5-part blend, 72% grain, 28% single malt, 10% of that is peated. So really with this blend, we're telling the story of like Belfast, our influence from Scotland, from America, so we like to pull in those different influences within the blend and tell a bit of a story. But we have just started production on our own triple still single malt, so we started production on the 11th of August, so
Wow.
very exciting. So yeah, Damien, our head distiller, is doing some on the weekend off.
Yeah, very good. And what sort of things are you going to do in future? What's the plans that you can tell us about for the future?
Well, the name itself, Titanic Distillers, it doesn't limit us to one type of spirit. So we have our sugar beet vodka at the moment, which is really, really well received. It's won 2 gold medals in San Francisco Spirit Awards and the Spirit Business Awards. So it's a really nice, good quality vodka. And the hope is to bring out other spirits, hopefully a gin. And then, of course, we'll want to age our whiskey and bring that out.
And of course, it's open to the public.
Yes, it
Getting
is.
down there to do a tour.
It is absolutely essential to go down and see us because you're going to learn so much about the history of the Titanic pump house, the shipyard building industry in Belfast, and about those characters who built the ship. And then obviously, learning a bit about Irish whiskey distillation, especially because our whiskey will be the first whiskey produced in the city of Belfast in nearly 90 years. So, there's a lot of history and there's a lot of pride there.
And you've got HMS Caroline there and the Titanic Museum itself.
Absolutely.
And there's a bit of food down there. There's a food offering,
Yes.
and it's open for.
And also we are doing our own series of events, so it's called Gather the Neighbours, where we are bringing in local businesses and collaborating with them on events. So we've had charcuterie boards. On Thursday we're going to do hip glass engraving with some smoked cocktails. So there's lots of fun stuff happening. So keep an eye out for that. So it's more than just what you've
Much. Thanks
No
for
problem.
talking to us
You're
today.
welcome. Cheers.
Thank you very much.